The sudden loud knocking startled him even more. It came from the short entrance hole just outside the room. 3 sharp knocks, followed by a pause and a knock so loud that it hinted at more than just impatience. He knew that it had to be Janice, for her knocking, when she did knock, followed a pre-arranged pattern. A 4th knock was part of the pattern, but not a thump. That rattled the door chain. He sprang out of bed and seized the first garment that came to hand. It was a terry cloth bathrobe which Janice had urged him to have laundered, but he just hadn't gotten around it. And now it contributed nothing to his male aplomb in early morning dash. He hoped she wouldn't mind too much when he took her in his arms and brought his lips down hard on hers and smoothed her wet gold hair and ran his rough artist hands up and down her back until she began to shiver little and purr like a cat. He hoped she would think about the robe and how untidy he looked in it, making women forget little disharmonies like that could be tougher than painting a picture that would put Utrillo in the shade. Well, what the heck? He was an artist, wasn't he? Not all women went for artists, but when they did, they usually liked them bit on the unkempt, disorganized side. You just had to keep disorganization from getting out of control. If you allowed it to spread to the romance department, you were thumb. But that couldn't happen with Janice. Not when he took her in his arms and told her how beautiful she was. As he strode towards the door, a tiny muscle in his jaw started twitching. Something was seriously wrong. He was sure of it. Self-control was Janice's specialty. Her self-control was phenomenal. And no matter how eager she might be to see him, it just wasn't a character for her to try to break the door down. Something extraordinary must have came up to make her act like that way. It was hard to imagine what it could be to bring about such a change in the way she ordinarily behaved. Fright, hysteria? But Janice didn't have a baker's pinch of hysteria in her makeup. His alarm increased as he reached the door and started fumbling with the door chain. His fingers were all thumbs, and the knocking was so loud and continuous now that it further unnerved him, so that it took him nearly a minute to get the door open. She came in with a sobbing gasp.